First off, I'd like to start off by saying Chris Martin is a little rat and a snake, and Coldplay is the worst band in human history.
Chris Martin just laughed when he heard someone wanted to sue him. Not just anyone. Andy Byron, the CEO of a billion-dollar company. Why? Because of a kiss cam moment that went viral, wrecked his marriage, and cost him his job. And now, he's trying to blame Coldplay. This story has it all. Corporate drama, public humiliation, a $35 million divorce demand, and one of the most hopeless lawsuits in recent memory. But before we get into the legal meltdown and Chris Martin's savage reaction, let's rewind to the night it all started. It was July 16th at Gillette Stadium in Boston. Coldplay was performing in front of 65,000 fans when the kiss cam zoomed in on Andy Byron, CEO of the billion-dollar tech company Astronomer, and his HR director, Kristin Cabot. The problem? They were both married, not to each other. You can literally see the panic on their faces as they awkwardly try to avoid the camera, and then Chris Martin casually drops a bomb from the stage.
Either they're having an affair or it's very sharp.
That single sentence lit the internet on fire. The clip exploded with over 50 million views. Memes flooded in. Comment sections went feral. These two weren't just caught, they were absolutely roasted. And what started as a playful concert moment turned into a corporate nightmare. The internet didn't just laugh. Andy's wife Megan didn't either. She reportedly demanded a $35 million divorce settlement or a 5% lifetime stake in his company as payback for the public humiliation. And things moved fast. Within just 72 hours of that Coldplay concert, both Andy and Kristin resigned from Astronomer. A billion-dollar company lost its CEO and its head of HR over a 15-second kiss cam clip. The scandal went from viral entertainment to real-world consequences. Careers torched, marriages shaken, and a company thrown into chaos. And instead of owning up to it, Andy made a wild decision. He pointed the finger at Chris Martin. That's right, Andy Byron, the man who got caught on camera next to his HR director looking guilty as hell, decided the real villain wasn't himself. It was Chris Martin. He's now threatening to sue Coldplay for invasion of privacy, emotional distress, and even for being turned into a meme without consent.
How dare you catch me cheating without my consent? I'm suing!
But here's the part that had everyone laughing. Literally. According to insiders, when Chris Martin heard about the lawsuit threat, he straight up laughed out loud. He couldn't believe someone would try to file legal action over a kiss cam moment at a public concert. And honestly, neither can the internet, because the more you look at Andy's legal claims, the weaker they get. Here's the cold truth Andy seems to be ignoring. When you buy a concert ticket, you're agreeing to be filmed. It's printed right there in the fine print. Every major venue, especially one packed with 65,000 people, runs cameras everywhere. There's no expectation of privacy. And the defamation angle? That's even weaker. To win a case like that, Andy would have to prove Chris Martin's comment was false, which means standing up in court and saying, under oath, no, I was not having an affair with my HR director. But neither Andy nor Kristin has denied anything, not once. So let's break it down. No privacy violation, no denial, no case. Legal experts are calling Andy's threat frivolous, delusional, and pretty much dead on arrival. But the story doesn't stop there. Because while Andy was lawyering up, people inside his own company were already talking. Turns out this kiss cam moment wasn't exactly breaking news to the folks at Astronomer. According to insiders, rumors about Andy and Kristin had been swirling for months. Office whispers, suspicious meetings, work trips that didn't add up. So when that clip went viral, the people inside the company weren't shocked. They were confirmed. The kiss cam didn't expose a secret. It just broadcasted it to the world. What really stunned Andy's colleagues wasn't the affair. It was how publicly and embarrassingly it all unfolded. One concert, one camera, and suddenly the private scandal became a meme with 50 million views. And while Andy scrambled to play the victim, Chris Martin was already turning the tables. While Andy was busy threatening lawsuits, Chris Martin was doing what rock stars do best: making a joke out of it. At recent Coldplay concerts, Chris has been cheekily reminding the crowd that filming is always in progress, clearly trolling Andy without even saying his name. No legal jargon, no statements, just subtle jabs that hit way harder. He didn't just brush off the lawsuit threat, he turned it into part of the show. Fans loved it. The internet doubled down. Chris walked away from the drama looking unbothered, untouchable, and honestly legendary. Meanwhile, Andy's life was unraveling in real time, but the trolling wasn't over just yet. Right now, Astronomer is trying to rebuild with Pete DeJoy stepping in as interim CEO, cleaning up the mess left behind. Andy Byron and Kristin Cabot, both out of a job, both dealing with messy divorces, and that lawsuit, still just an empty threat. No official filing, probably because even Andy's own lawyers know it's career suicide. What started as a lighthearted concert moment spiraled into a full-blown scandal that destroyed careers, sparked legal drama, and turned a kiss cam clip into one of the most embarrassing public takedowns we've ever seen. It also raises some real questions. Where does privacy end when you're in a public space with thousands of people? And can you really blame the guy on stage for your own shady decisions? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Chris Martin went too far? Or was Andy just looking for someone else to blame? If you think Chris handled this like a rock star, hit that like button. If you love stories that mix drama, viral chaos, and public meltdowns, subscribe now because we've got plenty more coming. And remember, if you're gonna cheat, maybe don't do it at a Coldplay concert with 65,000 witnesses. See you in the next one.